Are you also familiar with this problem where the guitar just doesn't sound as nice as it did in the beginning? Most likely this has to do with the guitar strings being old and worn. You can recognize this by the dark areas on the strings, or perhaps one of the strings has even snapped. In any such cases, I will now show you how to restring your guitar. Welcome to my channel, I am Samuel. Let me now explain to you how it's done. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel for more great content. And if you enjoyed this video, share it with others. If you have a string winder such as this, it will make restringing more convenient. You can find the link in the description if you're interested. Of course, you will also need a set of new strings. They are usually numbered from 1 to 6, and you will also find the note names to the corresponding string on the wrapping. Number 1 corresponds to the highest string, while number 6 corresponds to the low bass string. Here you can see the guitar and the order in which the strings are placed. The first string towards the outside is the note E. The last, 6th string on the inside again corresponds to the note E. Please note that for left-handed guitars, the sequence is opposite. The strings are fixed at the bridge at the bottom of the guitar and are guided via the saddle onto the pegs at the top. Removing a snapped string is an easy process. Simply pulling the string off the peg is easier and faster than turning the peg all the way until it comes off. Please note, you should never cut a tight guitar string. The snapping of the string could damage the varnish of your guitar. Here, it is better you turn the peg all the way until the string is loose. Turn the peg in the direction shown, which is clockwise when looking from behind at the pegs. Then simply remove the strings like so. At times you may need to turn a bit more until the strings are loose enough to handle. Here you can see how the strings are fixed at the bridge, numbered from 1 to 6. Take a look at your own guitar to see how they are fixed. Then you can do it exactly the same way. I will show you one method for fixing which should always work, using one hole of the bridge, even though this particular model has 2. It is important that the strings fixate themselves. If using nylon strings, we make a knot at the end for added security. But first, let's remove the old strings. For this you will push the string towards the bridge so that you can pull it out. For strings that have the knot at the end, you have to pull them all the way through. Of course, it is possible to remove 2 strings at once, or you can simply cut off the knot. Here you can see what happens if you don't put a knot on the thin nylon string. During restringing, the string slipped through and damaged the exterior. Usually I keep old strings for emergency situations where you may need just one string. Now is a good time to clean the guitar in places where you normally can't reach due to the strings. For this it is best to use a soft, preferably a microfiber cloth. Gently clean the exterior, the fretboard, and you can even remove part of the bridge. Just make sure to put it back the same correct way. Now, here we have the head of the guitar with the 6 pegs. And here the bridge with the 6 holes to fix the strings. Usually I start with the 6th string. Remove only one string at a time from its package so that there is no mix-up. Otherwise you have to watch for the thickness. Bass strings are always encased in metal wire, with the 6th string being the thickest. Roll out the string and place it in front of you. On one end the wire is usually a bit more loose. That's the part that goes around the pegs. So first take the other end of the string and push it through the outer hole of the bridge. It is best that the guitar is placed in front of you with its top towards your left. Now you cross the short end behind the long end, so that the short end is about 2 cm long or 1 inch, and pull it through as if tying a knot. Don't tie the knot just yet. Instead, pull the short end through one more time so that you have a double knot. Fixate the short end with your finger and pull the long end until the knot is tight. Make sure to not bend the string while doing so. Hold the string tight and pull it all the way up to the neck of the guitar and thread the string through the hole on the 6th peg. A short strand of thread should come out of the other side of the hole, which you can hold in place with your fingers. Now turn the peg counterclockwise. Of course, this process will be faster and easier using the string winder. The string has to end up towards the outside of the peg. To ensure this, I first start by winding it towards the inside, then cross over and wind it towards the outside, thus securing the string on the peg and making it look neat. Once the string has been tightened some, it can be placed into the indentation of the saddle. Now you just need to turn the peg until the string makes a sound when plucked. This same process is repeated for the other bass strings. Pull it through, make a knot, tighten the knot, guide it up and through the hole in the peg and tighten it. The 5th string has to end up towards the middle of the peg, so start by winding it towards the outside, crossing over, and then winding it towards the inside. The 4th string is fixed the same way and tightened, so that it comes to rest towards the inside. For the nylon strings, it doesn't really matter which end you begin with. In case one of the ends is marked with color, I use this end at the bridge. Guide the string through the hole in the bridge, make a knot. I make sure that the knot is all the way at the end of the string and is fixed securely. Then fix the strings the same way you did with the previous strings. However, this time I tie the knot the other way around so that the end of the string shows towards the middle, like so. So the shorter end is crossing not behind the string but in front of it, and then is going through the loop 2 times. At the pegs sometimes it is not possible to bring the string through the hole and back, because it is too tight. In that case, push the string through the hole once, guide it around the peg and tie it. Then turn all the way until the string has been tightened. For the 3rd string it's the same. Start by winding it towards the outside and then bringing it towards the inside of the peg, so that it holds itself in place. Same with the 2nd string, winding it first towards the outside, then the inside. For the 1st string I can guide it through the hole and back, creating an eyelet, and then continue as before. Now the guitar has been strung and we can already create sound. However, the guitar still needs to be tuned. I will show you how to do this in another video. You can find the link in the description. Here you can see once again how the strings are fixed, mirroring each other, and how they are neatly fixed on the pegs. Have fun, and I wish you good luck in the process of restringing your guitar.